I'm always like kind of amazed that because I like literally the way we kind of started was I was in like a rehab, right? And my dad got me a guitar from Martin Guitar. I grew up in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. He gave me this guitar when I was in rehab, and like the people in rehab would tell me to write funny songs about like clients and like or like people that were there working. So I kind of just started writing these funny songs, and people just asked me to write them, and they're pretty funny. And from then on, I kind of got like hooked on writing music.
That's funny, man. You seem
Yeah,
like you seem like you can write a song about anything. So yeah, I can I can see you doing that, you know.
I'll segue. Should I play the song? It's not very good, but I wrote it 2 days ago for the interview. All right, dude. So this is the that song I wrote for the interview. It's not very good, but it's like welcome to the interview. I'm still surprised I have fans. My aim was to be the silliest folk punk rock band in existence. So when you listen to this, hope you hear resilience. I write when I wanna write, I'm not signed to a label, but we still have an audience, and for that I am grateful. So when you see us in a crusty ass basement or a bar yard.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I recorded that album there. It's called Soliciting Stories, but the second song in the album is called Despondent. I sent it to Kat, and she liked it, and then we did an interview on basically our band. But that's like a more like a serious song, which is cool because like people message me or whatever, and they're like,
I like your smelly vagina song. Is that what they're asking?
yeah, dude, that's like a true story about my friend's girlfriend, and he's like, write this song. I did. They got married, but yeah, it's funny, dude. I don't care about the smell. Yeah, it's one of our funnier songs.
The drastic change of the smell song and then your more serious songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Yeah, so the first album we did was just songs I wrote in rehab. And this old punk rocker, Chris Hazard from he had a band called Funhouse in Los Angeles, heard me playing at like place in Venice. He's like, dude, those are fucking good songs, man. I have a studio if you want to come record them. And I went over and recorded 4 songs, and that was the first album we put out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's very DIY punk of you, just to send it out there and be like, just fucking listen to it. If you really want to hear it, fucking check it out, you know?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm so grateful that people like the music. It's just like I wish I was better at like distributing. I love writing and playing. That's like where my heart's at, and that's why I do it. But yeah, like if I wish I was better at social media to like get out there.
There's got to be somebody who's like just as passionate about promoting and social media as you are about, you know. But going back to your like origin story, your villain origin story.
Yeah, so I grew up in Pennsylvania, lived in Florida for a while, and then when I moved to Los Angeles, that's kind of when I started recording. And I recently just moved back to PA like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Well, what made you move over there to LA?
So I went out there originally for rehab, and after I got out, I got like a job and like started doing things out there for work and stuff. So I kind of just stayed out there, and the recovery scene out there is pretty good. It's the best. I think it's the best place for someone to get sober is Los Angeles, just because they have like a meeting going every hour. Just a lot of cool people, and yeah. So yeah, I just stayed out there after I got out of rehab. Yeah, like one thing I don't, it's like really overproduced, but like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm learning as I go. Like
Same, man.
it's weird like things with recording punk music too, because you don't want like too many effects, too many like reverb to like. You kind of want it to sound raw at the same time. You also want it to sound good.
I was saying you guys sound
I
like Less Than Jake meets Bloodhound Gang.
think, dude, that is like the greatest compliment ever. I fucking love Less Than Jake,
I
dude.
feel like musicians are a little bit like comedians, you know? Like you have little ideas that can like come into something big, like almost like an idea that can become a bit, you know? So you got this little idea of a riff that can become like a whole fucking song. And that for me that's actually enough for me to write a song cuz I'm in a band too. And like if I get a little idea, I can just go off of that, you know, like oh then it'll go here. Oh, then it can do this. Then, you know, it'll do this. So that's actually a really good tool to just fucking get a little recorder on your app, you know, get a little app recorder and just fucking record little song ideas, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'll go back to them and be like, holy shit, when the fuck was I on that day? Or, you know, a little noodly guitar riff, like, oh, fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, you know?
Sometimes it turns out to be like the weirdest thing ever, but I wrote down the idea, but coming back to it and just writing that simple idea sparks like the ignition for this like machine to start running. Yeah, I think so. Partially why like I'm in music is because someone encouraged me really to get into it. Like at that rehab, people encouraged me to go after because I was making funny songs. So they're like, "Oh, you should do this," and that little thing sparked in me this whole thing now. And I didn't have much encouragement besides that. So like, dude, a little bit of encouragement went so far with me. You know, I was not in a good place to begin with. So that little tiny piece of encouragement, like, dude, like I held on to that shit. Keeping the Nintendo.